this is Colon Bracket or Smiley, and today I've got another After Effects tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be slightly more complicated, but nothing too difficult. It's just because it's got a few layers, but it's perfectly manageable. Here we go. So we're going to have set up our composition. 15 seconds is fine, and we're going to go straight away and import a file. Oh, sorry, if you don't know what I'm doing here, it's literally just right-click, import file, or you can go to File, Import File. Plenty of ways to do it. Import file, and I'm going to find my things. I'm going to go videos, Cine. Let's use, this is a nice, this one's a nice example. So here we go. I've got my video, and let's drag it out. I don't know what's happened there. Let's forget that. Let's try that again. I think there's, oh, I know what's happened. Sorry, let me try that again. Let's do this one more time. Sorry, this doesn't look very professional. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to stretch this out a little bit so it looks a little bit more normal. And we're going to start now. Sorry about that. We're going to make a new, so we're going to go right click, new, null object. And here we've got our null object. And we're going to go over here, and we're going to go to workspace. We're going to click on workspace, and we're going to go to motion tracking. It just makes it all a bit easier. So now we're going to start our motion tracking. So we're going to go to motion source. No, we're not. We're going to click on our video track, and we're going to say track motion. We're going to change, well, this is alright, so it should be on position. This is alright, this is alright, and we're going to go to edit target. It'll already be there, but just in case it isn't, you go to edit target and you click on the null and you press OK. So now we're going to do this. We got this little track point, and this track point basically follows the color that you put it on. And so if we put it on the top of his head, and let's put it a little bit down, and we press play, you see how it's following the head, and he's going to go forward in a second. Going to start running, and here we go, and he starts running, and it still follows the head, and there we go. That should be, well, we might as well do it to the end. Just going to watch it for, we'll do up to 5 seconds. Okay, actually, now I'm going to quickly show you something. Here, he goes through a shadow, and as you see, the thing kind of jumps about a bit. And it jumps about a bit because the colour changes because it gets darker. And what I did there, by the way, is just I pressed apply, and then it'll come up with X and Y, and that's what you want, because if you have it in just X or just Y, it'll only move up or down. So you press OK, and now that is done. So we're gonna, this might all pop up, but you're just gonna close all that. You don't need any of that. So what we've got now is that the null object is following the character, which is not very useful because this red box doesn't show up or anything. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to attach something to this character. So we're going to close this down, and I'm going to open up Photoshop. And just while that loads, I'm going to explain what I'm going to do. So today's effect, we're going to just try and make a little stick come out of his head, and we're going to put smiley on it. We're going to put some words on it. You can do whatever you want. You could have anything following his head, but for today's example, I'm just going to use some text so that it kind of looks cool, and it's a very good effect with some good color correction, and you can use it. It's a brilliant way for making intros or introductions to montages and things like that. Photoshop's being quite slow. Oh, I think it's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay, so we're going to go to File. When it's loaded, File, let it load a bit. Sorry, I've got a lot of stuff on my computer, so it's loading quite slow. So we're going to go File, New. We're going to go, make sure that this background contents is transparent, and a square works well. I use a square, that'll be fine, so press OK. And we're going to come down here to the little stick. We're going to make it, 10 pixels is maybe even a little bit too much. Let's make it 7 pixels. And we're going to do a simple, actually no we're not, we're going to make it black. So we're going to go down here, change the color to black, down here, change color to black, and we're going to go up like that and across like that, and we're going to add some text onto it. Text. Oh, my text takes forever to load because I've got so many fonts. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. It'll come, don't worry. Don't worry, it'll get there. Just while I'm doing this, could you please like the video? It really helps out. And subscribe for more. I hope you're enjoying all of these tutorials. If you're not, I'm sorry. You can send me a message on how to make them better. So there we go, smiley. Let's change this text to something a little simpler. There you go, sample. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, and we're going to drag it on to this line. Let's make it so that, there we go, it's just above it, and that is perfect. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go File, Save As. This is the important bit. You've got to get this bit right. So File, Save As, and where it says down here, we're going to go to PNG. I'm going to save it to my desktop. I'm going to call it Tut PNG, and so we're going to save onto my desktop. Let it save. Okay, this will come out, just press OK, that's fine, and we can exit out of this and we're done in Photoshop. No, we're not going to save this, although you might want to save it if you want to go back and change it. So now we're going to open up After Effects again, and we're going to find that file. So we're going to go right click, import file, desktop, or wherever you saved it, and we're going to find that picture. Here we go, Tut PNG, and we're going to drag this on, and we'll drag it back to the beginning. Let's have it to here, and actually let's make it a bit cool. So we're going to click on it, click on the thing down here, press S for scale, scale it down a bit. There you go, that's about the right size. And we're going to go to P for position, or you can just move it around. I'm just going to move it around, it's easier I think. You're just going to put it to the side of his head, and then this is the important bit. If you don't do this, it's not going to work, so you've got to look carefully. You're going to go to over here where it says parent, and you're going to go from none, and you're going to make it the null object. So now it moves with the null object. So when we move it, as you can see, it follows the head. And now all you need to... Oh, I know what happens. Wait. This is a problem that... See, when it starts running, his head kind of moves in an awkward position, so it moves away from the head. So I'm going to move it so that it's attached when he's running. There we go, and as you can see, it has a really nice effect. It moves with him running and it follows, and then remember when we get to these shadows, it might jump about a bit. Yeah, there we go, it jumps about a bit because the colours all change, but then it goes back to normal, and it's fine, and it looks really cool, and it's a really sick effect. So please like the video for this. If you've got any questions, as usual, send me a message, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Peace.